So I started working there, I started saving money, and that's when I found a network marketing company. Because I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I don't know what. And then I did a lot of studies, and I met Mr. Ken when he came to London. We had a discussion as well. So he said, okay, let's give it a try. So I wanted to try it. And like from 6 to 8 months, then my business started to pick up in Ghana and in Cameroon as well. And it started to, match my full-time income. Right? For some of you, how many of you doing part-time here? Not full-time, part-time. All full-time?
Yes.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. You're better than me, because I did part-time first.
It's more conservative.
More conservative. And I was going to work, because I was working quite long as well. So I said, this is the network marketing business. It's just not going to work. It's just going to pay for my coffee, for my lunch, that's it. And after that, after I was seriously doing it, and he was paying more than the coffee, he was paying for my house. It's like, oh, okay, good work. And then it started from then on. Right, so it went on, and then my highest income in the previous company was about 60,000 US dollars a month. At one point, right? So it was stable about 40 to 50,000 like that. And then that's when I decided to go full time on the business. But at that time, I was still very conservative because I'm a trained accountant. So when I work in a company, like we spend for something, we have to give like 100 reasons why you spend $10. Okay, that's how we work. So I had to it was so difficult for me to fork out money to spend something. So when I came from London, I was driving a company car there. They gave me a BMW in London, so life was good. When I came to Malaysia, how many of you know Corolla? Corolla, right? Like not even the Crown, Toyota Crown that Helen's there is like, the little brother of that. It's called Corolla. So I bought that when we started SuperLife because I had money, I didn't want to over leverage. And we invested in starting up SuperLife that time, right? So all that going to its investment. And it came to a point, we were going to the office, SuperLife was growing at the time, that Mr. Ken said, don't drive your car to office anymore. It's a disgrace. So I decided to park my car very far away from the office. So at that time, I was forced. So he said, okay, he brought me, showed the car, and then we found one car, and he said, go there, okay, just buy it, just buy. And it was a Porsche Panamera.
Wow.
Right? So I kept money and I was able to buy cash. So I didn't take any loan. And before that, while I was driving all this, right, what I did was, because I always believe in giving back, okay? Like God is blessing us, but what's important is for us to bless others as well, okay? So what I did first is I said I must do something for my parents because they really sacrificed, worked really hard, right, to bring me up and pay for my education and stuff. So I said, okay, I'm going to do something very special for my father. My father's a pastor. And in Malaysia, he has his own church. And he is also a very, very humble guy. He drives a very, very small car. They call it like a mini car in Malaysia, where you go to the market to buy vegetables. So, very small car, they call it kancil. In Malaysia, kancil is deer, so it's small, right? So it's a very small car. So it's driving that. So I said I must do something for my parents. I want to bless them. And at that time, my father knows I was doing a business. He knew, but he didn't know what business was it. So he told me as long as you don't go and rob the bank, it's fine. So he didn't really understand what business. So I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So I was then, I decided I had the money. I bought a Mercedes-Benz E-Class. And then I drove to my hometown, that's about 400 kilometers away. And then I went and parked in front of the house. And then my father, I never told him anything, he didn't know. I even bought the car, he doesn't know. So he came out, then he said, oh, okay, it's very good, God has blessed us. Because if we buy anything in the house, we'll ask my father to come and pray, lay hands on pray.
Wow.
So we dedicate. So he came out and then he laid hand on the car and then he prayed. Dedicated the car and said, God's blessing you tremendously, it's good, God's blessing, all of that. Then I took the car, the key and put back in his hands. It's like, what are you doing? I said, it's yours, I already paid for it. So he was like almost into tears, right? So how many of you want to do some kind of something like that in some point of your life, right? Yeah. So that's, you see, we put in all the hard work. That is something that already blessed us. Okay, and then I bought him the car, and he was like, his small car was here, and there was his car. And he even refused to drive that car. He said, no, I just want to drive this car. It's okay enough for me. But now, after a year, he's getting used to it. Because we had the key of the other car. So it's a big blessing. What happened was that, after that, it was about 6 months. I didn't have any plans at that point to buy anything on my own. So I was just focusing on the business and everything. But it just so happened able to go to the showroom and buy a Porsche Panamera, right? That's a blessing of God. So when you start blessing other people, then God will start blessing you, right? And He even blesses you even without you asking. And now, like I was able to buy my second car as well. It's a SLK 2-door Mercedes-Benz. That's also a blessing. Like I didn't even expect that as well. But what I do is I continuously bless them every month. My parents, in terms of building, they are also investing in building churches. So I also give that. My elder brother is also pastor. So they are forcing me to become pastor. So I said, like, the Bible says that somebody needs to finance the ministry. I said it. Important is you always need to remember that you can bless others, right? If you don't have that part, you can't. So right, we want to have the personal connections with people. That's why you see, like with Helens, I always check with him, how's your income, how you're sustaining. I know the wife is doing extremely well. The wife. Let's give a huge clap.
That's why wife is the law.
Wife is the law.
No sister-in-law, brother-in-law. Wife is the law.
And we saw a sign of a toilet in the lobby in Nairobi. It say men go left because women is always right. So that's why we are very concerned as well with all our leaders, how they are doing in terms of finances and in which way we can help. Right? So we are here today. See, Lasio has been here 3 times. This is my 2nd time here. So we'll continue coming to support the team. I think that's very short sharing. SuperLife.
Life is super. Let's clap for Paul.
The law.
Wonderful.
Law is coming. That's why you are in the left, he is in the right.
Okay. Well, I've learned something from Paul. When you get money, don't forget your parents.
Yes.
Because they are the blessings. They are the reason as to why you even exist.
Yes.
And always dedicate whatever you get in the hands of God, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's clap for that. At least we are led by people. A well-blessed man in understand. SuperLife is a very, very big and potential business that even the people who already have a lot of money still can give it time to do it. So I want to welcome our guest who came 2 days earlier. he's a blessed and very rich man. Yes. Very rich in Zambia. Wow. So if he can leave all his duties to come to us and listen to SuperLife through Kenya, can we clap for that? Let's welcome him and hear the voice. With Mrs. Sombe. Madam, please.
The other law.
Say something. SuperLife?
Life is super.
Yeah, we are very happy to be with you today. It's a great pleasure for us to be found here in Nairobi at this point in time. But I just want to correct one thing. So when Sylvia said we are very rich, she's not right. If we were, I wouldn't be here.
Because we're here for two things, health and wealth.
Yes, we traveled all the way. Sylvia was in Zambia a few years back, and they did some presentations, and they were trying to build the business in Zambia. So some people connected them to us, and they gave us these products, which we tried. And when we tried the product, we found that it was a very good product, and would like to help build the product and sell the product to other people in Zambia that may not know about it. You know, so that was the main reason why we got into it. We would like to assist other people also to have the benefits of the product. It is something very unique, very different. I also spent quite a bit of time. I went onto the internet to find out what it was, what Steve was explaining about adult stem cells, embryonic stem cells, and the difference between the adult and the embryonic stem cells and the plant stem cells. So when we found out this, we actually thought, and I also gave some to my wife, I gave some to my daughter. They both tried those products, and we found them very exciting, and we are very happy, and we are looking forward to a great time here in Nairobi.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Mama, you're not saying hi. I need to hear your voice. You want me to say a silent hi? SuperLife?
Life is super.
Energized. Yes. You know, one thing maybe which has actually made me want to join, because I was a little bit reluctant initially, because I didn't know what it was all about. I had no clue, I had no idea, and I have done a little bit of network marketing before, and it didn't work very well for me, and I found it a little bit stiff and very difficult, and obviously the rules were a little bit, so I slackened, and I just became a consumer of that particular product. But then when my husband gave me a SuperLife packet, I started taking it, and I think I've been taking it for 2 months now, and I can visibly say, one, my face is looking much younger. Honestly, I've had compliments from several people who have said, "What are you doing? What's going on?" Our son says, "You are getting younger, you are becoming rejuvenated." What is it, you know? And initially I didn't know what it was, because I was saying to myself, what have I done differently? I've always exercised, so it's not the exercise. I always try to eat well. It's not the food, because over the years, in spite of the good food, I've been getting older. But I think from the 2 months that I've taken the STC30, I have visibly seen the difference, and it's there. And I'm hoping that I'll get younger and younger. Every day. Yeah. So that's my testimony. So I'm hoping that it is something that obviously I can get into, not just for myself, but for other people. I have a lot of friends who are sickly. I have friends who definitely may need quite a lot of help. And I have even family as well, which will definitely benefit from it. So my motivation is not just for the money, it is also for the fact that it will help others. Yes. Thank you. Well, that's very good to hear from Mrs. Sombe. We are very excited to have you here. And also very excited to have you all for having come to meet our CEO, our Chief Entertaining Officer. Okay, so with those few remarks, who is our leader? Who's the leader?
He's on phone, I think, outside.
Okay, with those few remarks, we will have to end this session because our guests are going to the airport to pick another guest. And then from there, we prepare ourselves for tomorrow. It's going to be the D-Day, we'll be there on time, we'll dress smart, we are going to enjoy, we are going to launch our products so that Kenya is official in all ways. Well, we can have a word of prayer for Mr. Paul to close this session, and then we go. Yes. Can pray for us.
Pastor Paul in SuperLife. Pastor Paul.
Son of a pastor. Okay, let's close our eyes.
Yes.
Father God, as we are gathered here today, Lord Father, thank you for this word we have shared today. And Father, we believe that it's blessed and helped, Lord, all of this year, Lord Father. There's some learning in there as well. I pray that, Lord Father, as we come in one heart and unity, Lord, and Father, be in one accord, do this business, Father. You're going to bless all of us, Lord, through this business, Lord Father. It's going to be a channel of blessing into our lives, Lord, and the lives, Lord, of people around us as well. Pray, Lord, as we prepare our heart for the event tomorrow, Father, that everything is going to go smoothly, Father. Pray that, Father, the Holy Spirit is going to be there and guide us in terms of doing the events as well. And we're going to pray, Lord, Father, that let the event, Lord, be a starting point of greater things to come in this business in Kenya, we pray. And Lord, Father, bless each and every one of us gathered here today.
Amen.
Amen. May the grace,
The great Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen.
our super